I don't know if you want to, thank you, Veronica, for sharing that. I don't know if you want to maybe just give people a couple of minutes, you know, of just kind of your journey before you started the foundation program, and then obviously you went on to the advanced program and where you are now, just to kind of share with some of the women.
Okay. Well, I always had horrific periods since I was probably age 11. Always had like a lot of blood clots, extreme pain. Fast forward, make a long story short, I experienced, my periods were getting to a point where they were pretty horrific, to the point where I was like doubling over in pain at work. Like my boss would send me home. I wasn't sure what was even wrong with me. Nobody ever mentioned endometriosis to me. So I think it took me almost 20 years to even figure out what, less than 20 years, but what was wrong with me. So eventually I got diagnosed with stage 3 endometriosis. It was all over my rectum, my bladder is getting frequent, like what felt like UTIs. And of course with that, they were prescribing me tons of antibiotics. Went to the ER, all the, you know, nonstop medical bills, thousands of dollars I've wasted in medical bills. In the past too, I've had thyroid cancer before I found out I had endometriosis. So I've struggled with a lot of health issues. So when Wendy approached us with the pilot program, I was desperate. I tried a bunch of different routes because I'm not one to get tons of surgeries. I thought to myself, after the first laparoscopy, that would be my last one, because I didn't want to keep putting my body through that stress. And my body didn't react great to the surgery. I had one, if that, 1 month of relief from the surgery. And the doctor's answers were to like stick me on hormone pills or Lupron. And I wasn't about doing that because I have severe migraines. So, you know, high risk of stroke and blood clots come with that. So I've tried different natural approaches. I've tried diet changes. Nothing really was helping me. So when I heard of the opportunity to try this program with Wendy, I like jumped at it. I was so desperate. I was at the point where I tried the progesterone mini pill. That really wasn't doing anything. I went gluten-free because I was having digestive issues, and that didn't 100% help me. My body, I had no energy. I was sick, like late to work all the time. Just exhausted. Like I can't even describe how awful I felt. Like my periods were still painful. So I started the program with Wendy, and since then, I've noticed significant changes. I've noticed that the bleeding has actually cut back a lot. I used to have a full 7-day period, 7 to 8 day period of just straight bleeding, blood clotting, all just horrific pain. So now it's cut back to actually like 3 days, 4 days tops. And the blood's a lot lighter. I don't get as many blood clots anymore. To be quite honest, I don't think I really get much at all. I still struggle with a little bit of cramps, but they're nowhere near where they were. I think last month, I didn't even have to take any Advil, which was pretty good for me. I've noticed significant changes emotionally doing this program. I like that Wendy focuses on both emotional health as well as your physical health, because they both intertwine so much. So you get so much out of doing this emotionally as well as physically. I've noticed improvement in my nails. I wasn't really absorbing any nutrients. I discovered so much about what other things I'm intolerant to by doing this program. I've started the progesterone cream, and I've been feeling a lot better doing that. So I've noticed a lot of significant changes. I still have places that I need to go during this journey, but I've noticed that I've come so far, and the things that Wendy has taught us and the steps that she has taught me has been kind of like a lifesaver for me. Like I'm able to function between 2 jobs right now. And I don't think I'd be able to do that if it wasn't for Wendy's program. So she's actually taught me to be okay on cutting back. So I actually been making some pretty big career decisions based off of my health. So I'm hoping that once those changes happen, that my health will grow in even a better place than it's already gone to. I've noticed just changes in the color of my skin. Like I'm not so pale, and I've actually got compliments from people where they say, "Oh, you look like so refreshed and you look so healthy." Whereas I've had like dark circles under my eyes before. My skin was so pale and flushed, and like now people tell me like, "Oh, you look like you just feel like nice." So that's been good to hear. I just can't stress enough how important it is to do the program. It's helped me so much. It's kind of saved me. I was pretty much at the desperation part when I met Wendy, and now I have so much hope for my future and coping with this horrible disease. Yeah, so that's been kind of my journey up until now. I just feel like I have more coping skills and better things. I'm in tune with my body more. I'm in tune with myself emotionally more. So
well, thank you
my
so much
diet,
for sharing all of that.
yes,
What-
thank you.
I think I should add too, you have been through so much, like on the sideline, life threw so many clangers your way as well when you started the program. So you already had all that, didn't you? But for anyone who's thinking about doing the advanced program, what would you say to them? Because obviously the foundation is great for really getting those foundations in. But if someone's just finished the foundation program and thinking about doing the advanced, what would you say to them about the advanced? How does that differ?
Well, I think with the advanced program too, you get more guidance and assurance of going through like the progesterone cream, and you learn about even more supplements that you can incorporate. And there's a huge focus on emotional health too. So I obviously love that part of the program. That was like one of my favorite parts. So you get a little more deeper into that. So I think if you're trying to do the advanced program, especially if you want to do the coaching, it's obviously the next step you have to do. But the advanced program, you get a lot more knowledge about more intricate things that are involved in making these daily changes. And it's just like an added support after the foundation program. The foundation program kind of lays like the concrete, the advanced kind of like really drills it into your brain of what you need to do and the importance of doing it. So
are you feeling quite excited now about, you're going to be going into the Coach University to train as a coach and start up your own? That's obviously the aim. Does that feel quite exciting? Because you're walking the walk and talking the walk now.
Yeah, I want to be able to help other women, because I know that lots of people probably feel or felt the way that I did. I really just felt like there was no, my life was always going to be like, sick all the time. So I know that there's hope now, and I want other women to feel that way too. So I'm excited to share the knowledge that I know. I've always been big into like the herbal, natural, holistic way anyway. So now that I have more knowledge about how to deal with endometriosis naturally, like I'm excited to share what I learned, help others.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for jumping on. And I hate to admit this, it was actually my fault at my end that I couldn't hear you because I had the mute button on. So nothing to do with technology. I'm very quick to blame it. But thank you so much for chatting with us, Candace.
No problem.
I don't know if you're able to stay on. If not, don't worry. But if people got questions, we might want to ask. But I'm going to bring Rachel on now, if I can. Hold on.